Hello, and welcome to Demo Day, the signature event of 2035 E-Mobility Taiwan. Demo Day is hosted by Taitra and Epoch Foundation to help new ideas grow. Today, we will see 10 excellent solutions that can help make the world's e-mobility dream come true. We all know by now that global warming is a serious issue. We must act now to solve the climate crisis. At 2035 E-Mobility Taiwan, we are helping to accelerate the transition from fossil fuel to sustainable energy. Our goal is to become carbon neutral, and we are working to get there faster. To help us reach carbon neutrality in 2035, we are joined by startups from Taiwan and around the world, including Canada, Israel, and the United States. Like all of us, they believe in a sustainable future and that e-mobility is the way to go. Today you will see 10 startups present to you their best e-mobility innovations. They were chosen by our judges from a mountain of proposals sent in by 89 excellent startups worldwide. Joining me to introduce them to you today is Josephine, the president of Epoch Foundation.
Thank you, James. Hi, everyone. It's my pleasure to participate in this wonderful event. Under the outbreak of COVID-19, Taiwan has the lowest economic impact, which allows Taiwan to provide a safe and favorable environment for worldwide startups. The 10 startups that will be pitched today are selected by a jury of heavyweight industries and recommended to VCs and enterprises. Before the official demo today, they have had nearly 100 one-on-one meetings past 2 weeks. I believe they can create more business opportunities through these meetings. Since 2015, the Epoch Foundation Garage Plus Incubator successfully assisted about 400 domestic and international startups to connect with the industries, creating mutual win-win opportunities. Hereby, I invite you to watch this 10 startup demo and seize future business. Please enjoy their demo.
Thank you, Josephine. Now let's hear it from the winners of E-Mobility Global Demo Day.
Hello everyone, I'm Gilad from Adionix, and today we're going to be speaking about batteries. The world is on the verge of electrification. The green revolution is happening big time, and we see it everywhere. The industry that is leading this transition, of course, is the automotive industry. But we're also approaching towards a world of 100% renewable energy production, as the world understood that this is a step we must take in order to prevent a climate disaster. One of the main keys to enable this revolution is batteries. But the problem is that battery technology is still lagging behind, and we see a big gap in the required performance if we're talking about battery capacity and driving range, charging time, safety parameters, and especially when we're talking about cost of the battery. Cost and performance are the two factors that once EVs will be equal or better to combustion engine vehicles, then we can complete the electrification revolution. But today, those are insufficient. That is mainly because most of the companies that have tried to improve batteries focus only on the chemistry, and billions of dollars have been spent in this direction, while the battery structure and design has not been changed in the past 30 years. So while most companies that are trying to improve batteries focus on the chemistry, we focus on the physics. We redesign battery architecture to create a real high power and high energy battery at low cost. So how does it work? We move from the traditional 2D layer structure of the battery, where the active material is layered on top of the current collector, to a smart 3D electrode, where the current collector is porous like a sponge, which allows us to increase the metal surface of the cell and integrate the active material inside the 3D metal framework, as you can see in the image. This is how we load more of the active material, which means higher battery capacity. We have already demonstrated up to 2 times higher accessible capacity and a 50% reduction in charging time by reducing the battery internal resistance by 50%. We also significantly improve heat dissipation and mechanical stability of the battery to improve safety and increase lifetime. Our biggest advantage is the fact that our solution is physical-based, and this is why we're able to improve and work with any kind of battery chemistry. That means that we can work and improve any kind of application. Moreover, we can work with new materials and new regulation, environmental friendly materials. Our solution is also a drop-in solution, which means that we can integrate it into any battery factory in the world. We're also producing both anode and cathode, which is pretty unique in this industry. For our product, we're also using a software to design it. We developed an AI algorithm that will help us to determine the best battery structure according to application requirements. The software helps us to accelerate development and reduce production costs. The benefits of 3D structure were known and mentioned in academic papers and research, but no one yet has managed to create a cost-effective solution to produce that. And this is exactly the core IP of Adionix. We developed a patent-protected, scalable, cost-effective manufacturing process to produce this method. We will produce and sell our smart 3D electrodes in up to 10% lower than market cost. Our solution is, of course, automotive focused, and today we have 5 different co-development projects with leading players in the automotive industry, both OEMs and Tier 1 companies. We're co-developing a battery based on our technology with 5 different chemistries to demonstrate how we can improve any kind of battery chemistry. Our flagship project is the solid-state battery that's considered to be the holy grail of batteries. This project is in collaboration with the multinational conglomerate material company, Saint-Gobain. And all of our other projects are also in collaboration with big leading and global companies. Our team is assembled from experts both from the automotive industry, battery industry, and academia, supported by highly appreciated advisors, experience working in companies such as Tesla, Daimler, LG Chem, Shell, and more. This is to help us achieve our development and business goals. Eventually, our vision is to integrate our technology and solution into any battery in the world to support and accelerate the electrification process and create a better future for all of us. You are welcome to send me any questions you might have. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Chao from Autofleet, and it's nice to see you all here in this E-Mobility Global Demo Day. Autofleet is a mobility startup which provides a software as a service solution for optimization of fleets and mobility operations around the world. Our platform was designed with the unique challenges of fleet operators and mobility service providers in mind, who deal with manual and inefficient operations with fleets that are only able to serve one source of demand or one business model, and with the challenge of adopting new technology and more efficient ways for traditional mobility solutions. Our mission is to enable the transformation of asset-heavy fleets to vehicle-as-a-service providers, optimally serving any source of demand. We do this with our end-to-end solution for fleet innovation, which includes a simulator, a vehicle-as-a-service, and a ride-as-a-service solution. Our simulator is a unique tool that allows our partners to simulate an entire mobility operations without needing a single vehicle on the road. So here with the simulator, we can use real demand and real operational constraints to test different settings, different configurations of the fleet and the service, and different what-if scenarios, and understand the impact of each decision we make in the fleet on the actual live operations, and thus we can plan the optimal launch of mobility services. Here's an example of use of our simulations for a client in Singapore who was looking at launching a car-sharing operation based on an entire fleet of EVs. In order to do that, he needed to understand how many charging stations would he need to support this operation, and where is it best to locate them for the operational to be efficient and profitable. So through running simulations on real data and using all the real service area constraints, we could help him understand how many charging stations would he actually need in the operation and where is best to locate them. Our vehicle as a service solution allows the optimization and automation of any task that needs to be done on the fleet, whether it's servicing a vehicle, cleaning it, moving it to another place to receive the next order based on predicted demand, and even fueling and charging a vehicle during its live operation. Every single one of those tasks will be created and executed through the platform, minimizing the fleet downtime and maximizing its utilization and its profitability. A ride as a service, we offer a turnkey solution to operate, track, and optimize any ride-related mobility service, whether it's passenger, delivery, logistics, or even a combined model of mobility solution. Here we support a fleet-wide optimization, taking in consideration all operational constraints and all data that we have in real time, both of the vehicle, the driver, and the demand. These tools allow us to support our customers when they're looking to transition their fleets to EV fleets. First of all, using our simulation to understand the impact of moving to their current operation to EV fleets or launching new EV-based mobility solutions, to be able to plan the optimal EV-based solution based on the business goals, and also during deployment to allow the optimization of charging of EV vehicles inside the operation. Here's an example of what makes us so unique. So here you have two vehicles in a ride-hailing operation and a client that ordered an order, and the drop-off of that client is near a charging station. The red vehicle is closer to the client and 3 miles away, and the blue vehicle is 5 miles away from the client. But notice that the blue vehicle has a low battery level in the vehicle, meaning it will have to be charged really soon. A regular dispatch system might see the two vehicles and decide to dispatch the red vehicle to the customer because it's closer to the pickup location. Our system will also take into consideration future charging needs of all vehicles in the fleet and might decide that the optimized solution in this case is actually taking the blue vehicle to pick up the customer. After dropping off the customer, it can charge in the near charging station and thus minimize the unpaying mile and providing a much wider optimization solution for the operation while also maintaining the service level required by our customer. In addition to the optimization engine that makes all the decisions for the optimized fleet, we also have everything that we need in order to operate a mobility solution. The driver app, where the driver gets all the directions and tasks that he needs to execute, the control center for the operator to monitor in real time the operation, and the integration hub, which allows us to seamlessly integrate to any source of demand and supply. We are currently operating in over 12 countries around the world. You can see here just a few examples of our clients, and we would love to talk more with you in this conference. Thank you very much for your time.
Brightway Vision is the company that have created the world's first all-weather automotive camera system that can see in any weather at night and their combinations. We solve the unsolved challenge of low visibility conditions in one camera system. Did you know that adverse weather, night, and low lighting accounts for 65% of the year? These are conditions in which driving is too visually challenging to be safe due to rain, fog, snow, and nighttime. That's the majority of the time. Did you know that 76% of traffic accidents and fatalities take place at night? This calls for a change. This requires a solution. Brightway Vision introduces the all-weather, low-light automotive camera system powered by the patented gated vision technology that can see through any weather and darkness to enable non-stop 24/7 safe operation of autonomous vehicles on the road. Brightway Vision enables business continuity the promise of non-stop operations that is the foundation of the AV industry. This applies to trucks, cars, robotaxis, and any service vehicle that needs to be available and operate at all times and in all conditions. Our camera system is made of two major components, including a gated camera sensor with our proprietary optics, software, and algorithms, and an illumination model. The entire camera system is compact and can be integrated in the vehicle's headlights, side mirrors, on the roof, or elsewhere. Our company has attracted a lot of attention in the last couple of years, and we work with some of the biggest names in the industry. We are currently running 14 POCs with leading OEMs and Tier 1s. We work with truck OEMs and are already in advanced development. And we're in serial production for light trails and transportation. We are also part of a large European project headed by Mercedes-Benz, together with 21 other OEMs, with the goal of solving the challenges presented by nighttime and adverse weather. Over the past 2 years, Brightway Vision has won AutoSense Product of the Year Award and TechAD's Award for the most outstanding AV technology innovation. Our gated vision technology is protected by 30 patents and surpass any other alternative technology, including LiDAR, thermal, and other even expensive sensors. We are targeting multiple sectors in the industry, from ADAS to AV, buses to trucks, subways, trams, and industrial applications like mining, port vehicles, and more. We aim to become a native part in every AV sensor suite, as we are the most economic and robust solution that satisfies all the vehicle perception needs. To conclude this presentation, Brightway Vision was founded in 2011. Till date, it raised $30 million. We are now entering a C round with the aim of raising over $70 million to become a native element in each and every autonomous vehicles in years to come. Join us.
Hi everyone, I'm Kevin from Chimei Motor Electronics, Taiwan. As you know, we are one of the perfectionists and committed in embedded edge AI camera ADAS field. I'm glad to introduce our company profile and product solution for you. We self-mastered core technology and can provide flexible auto, electron, mechanical integration system for your design suggestions. Our solutions are fully guided to AI solutions from last year. There will be major technological breakthrough on our embedded AI solution this year. And as you can see, we are Tier 1 and had this OEM proven records in small and commercial vehicles. So let's say Chimei Motor Electronics have 100% owned and self-mastered software, algorithm, and hardware design. Based on our rich development experience for car makers' budget or commercialized to ODM products, we always can offer you a creative and foresight proposals. Our application could fit whether in machinery, public transportation, and private vehicle scenarios. We have three main categories: in front collision application, and in-cabin behavior analysis detection, and surrounding risk detection, such as blind spot detection. And for the front collision system, already implements these functions to it, like including protection, motorcyclists, and various kind of vehicles. A low-speed scenarios application an easy way to install and calibrate by using cell phone or PC application. The feature of DMS, it provides the data even when driver is in mask. Very suitable for this need for current epidemic situation. To let the fleet management compare the information to see if the driver on duty or incorrect driver or not. The posture detection is used to combination in driver's abnormal response system. And when the driver is suddenly unable to continue driving safely due to the sudden vehicle changes, the driver's abnormal response system replaces the driver by stopping the vehicle as an emergency measure. For the smart review system, we also create the add value to upgrade your existing parking system by using a small AI box. Then our blind spot information system applies to UNR 151 regulations. We self-tested in Japan and in Taiwan, automotive research testing center here. Let's see our new AI generation of iCam2 AVTS, around view detection system, also for off-road application. When a risk is detected by camera, a warning can be issued through various warning devices. Evacuation warning can be given not only to operators but also to persons entering dangerous areas. To integrate with customers' fleet management system, we offer both video signals and event data for integrators. We always could offer more customized ideas with multi-sensor fusion system for particular applications, such as fusion of camera plus radar, laser, or dual cameras. As there are more inquiries on transit with online application by using 5G or cloud, we could provide more than offline ADAS events and alarms for the drivers. No matter our system is to protect VRUs on the road, strengthen driver sense to build a good driving team, or easily integrate with the fleet management system, or for urban traffic planners, we will always on your side to help you out. And thanks for your attention. I'm Kevin from Chimei Motor Electronics.
It's a pleasure to meet you all. Hello, my name is Charles Marsh and I'm the Chief Commercial Officer at Deeplight, and I'm based in Montreal, Canada. On behalf of the Deeplight team, we are delighted to support the 2035 E-Mobility Global Demo Day in Taiwan. Deeplight is AI for everyday life, and our mission is to enable as many AI applications as possible to bring value and benefit to people, things, and processes. We are accomplishing this with our unique AI software engine that we have developed to make machine vision AI, such as image classification, video analytics, and audio, to run smaller, faster, and more energy efficient, specifically for edge-based devices. The challenge with running machine vision AI is the size and complexity of the algorithms, the compute power required to run this AI, the CO2 footprint and cost, and the preservation of battery life. Customers are looking for an improvement in AI application performance, faster speed up using less compute, being able to run an efficient AI application on constrained hardware, and to run multiple applications on the edge device, such as an autonomous vehicle. And Deeplight is breaking down these challenges with Deeplight Neutrino, an intelligent optimization software tool for AI engineers and data scientists to enable deep neural networks to run on edge devices. Deeplight Neutrino is available on-premise, preserving the data privacy and security of your machine vision algorithms and data. To complement Deeplight Neutrino, we'll be launching a second product in the coming months called Deeplight RT to make machine vision AI applications run even faster and even smaller without compromising accuracy. And here we're showing how Deeplight can easily fit into your AI workflow to accelerate the optimization of deep neural networks via the automated functionality of Neutrino. Users can simply input their pre-trained AI model, data sets, specify the acceptable accuracy, and press run. The optimized model can then run on any hardware. Deeplight Runtime will take this a step further and will be able to support ultra-low bit quantized models, so 8-bit and below, and this will enable faster inference on hardware such as CPUs. And we're working with a number of automotive companies today in the market, specifically in North America for a threat detection system, where we're working with multiple cameras around and within the car to enable applications such as object detection, facial detection, and pose estimation. And also with a customer called eSmart to control speed and driver safety. And in this instance, we're specifically enabling an object detection model to run in the in-cabin camera to identify construction zones and speed limits within construction zones so that we can safely control the speed limit of the driver. Deeplight is also focused on Industrial 4.0 and robotics, bringing value to automotive manufacturing plants for AI applications such as automated optical inspection. For one of our manufacturing customers, Deeplight Neutrino optimized the image classification model significantly whilst preserving the accuracy to get it to a size so that it could run on the robotic arm, and also providing significant improvement in terms of performance. Furthermore, we enabled potential cost savings as the AI model could run on a lower cost CPU rather than a GPU. Deeplight is proud to be located in Montreal and Toronto, which are cities that are rapidly developing into AI and tech innovation leaders. In Montreal, collaborating with some very powerful AI research institutions such as Mila, where Deeplight has the close support of Yoshua Bengio. Furthermore, our engineering team includes market-leading applied research scientists and AI software engineers with high caliber qualifications. And our mission in Taiwan is to connect and establish partnerships with major corporations and also potential investors. And we really want to build on the initial momentum we've created in Taiwan, particularly with our partner Andes Technologies. So thank you for taking time to listen to my presentation, and look forward to meeting you virtually. Thank you.
Hello, it's nice to meet everybody. My name is Brody Gunning. I'm the CEO of Electrum. Electrum is an EV infrastructure and energy management company. We provide end-to-end EV infrastructure solutions for property developers, corporations, governments, and automobile manufacturers around the world. What happened in the electric vehicle space and electrification is a lot of groups have been focusing on vehicles and chargers as a whole. They haven't been thinking about infrastructure and what happens to the grid when all the electric vehicles are plugging into the grid. And that's really where Electrum focuses our efforts. We're focused on providing a full service end-to-end process for a number of different groups, which is the planning and design, the installation, which is done by our in-house electrical engineering team. And what we have in the middle is a software that we put that operates the infrastructure, that handles all the billing, all the maintenance, the monitoring, and also the energy management. We're connected to the grid and to the utilities in a number of different scenarios, and that allows us to control power, which is one of the most important things about installing large-scale electric vehicle infrastructure programs. We've worked with a number of clients all over Canada, the US, and more recently, we've expanded into Indonesia. We've been working with Tesla for almost 5 years. We've been with Porsche for about 3 years, and we've been working with a number of different utilities, large developers, and a number of large municipalities, including the city of Vancouver. We've been working with a lot of OEM partners in Taiwan. In particular, we've done some work with Foxconn and also with the company with Huang, a Taiwanese corporation. As I mentioned before, we've been working with Porsche and Tesla for a number of years, and also with Delta and Siemens and Webasto and ABB. These companies are trusting us because we're the experts in respect to installing and operating electric vehicle infrastructure, and we've been doing it for quite some time with them. They trust us in their installations. In terms of verticals that we operate in presently, there's a number of them. Primarily, we've been operating in the fleet sector, in the two-wheeler sector, so e-scooters like what you would see with Gogoro. Commercial sector, meaning developers, hospitals, transit, a lot of buses and transit vehicles, residential for Porsche and Tesla and Kia and Audi.
30 seconds left. Sorry, 30
multi-unit
seconds
residential and municipal. We've done over 5,000 installations to date. Our software handles full network management. We have a demand management connection as well. Our environmental management collects carbon credits, which is a very important piece for our emissions control and emissions reduction. And here's some of the growth strategies for us in terms of the USA, Indonesia, Taiwan for our supply chain and R&D, and our growth right now is really coming through Canada. Here's some of the case studies. I'll just very quickly scan through them. Some of the large-scale buildings we've been doing, some of the transit projects, some of the municipality projects, some of the stuff we've done with Porsche. And again, here's Electrum. We're based in Vancouver, Canada. We've recently expanded into the US. We've been in Indonesia for about a year, and we've just opened up our office in Taiwan about 30 days ago.
Hi, I'm Ofer, CEO of EVR Motors, and it's a pleasure to be here with you in Taiwan today. EVR Motors have gone back to the drawing board, and we've reimagined the radial flux motor. We've designed a topology, an architecture of motor that enables us to get much better power and torque density. In other words, the motor is about half the size and half the weight of a similarly powered standard high-end radial flux motor. Because we're so much smaller and lighter, we've got much less material. The bill of material is lower, so we're more cost effective. It costs less with materials, and it actually also costs less to manufacture and assemble the motor. It's an architecture, so we can design a variety of different motors around this design: larger, smaller, higher power, lower power, water-cooled, air-cooled, etc., etc. And in some cases, we can go rare earth free. Instead of using neodymium magnets, we use ferrite magnets. And because we're so much smaller than our motor with ferrite magnets, will be of a similar size and weight to a standard neodymium motor, which is quite amazing. At the core of our technology is our stator core with a unique trapezoidal tooth shape, which we can discuss more after we have NDAs in place. This enables us to get much higher flux from the motor stator. It also lets us put in much more copper in the winding, a higher fill factor, so we can pump in more current, get more power. And we can also cool it much better than standard motor architectures, therefore giving us even more power. So several different reasons in the overall design for getting much more power out of the motor while still maintaining the advantages of a radial flux motor. Now, we started out by building a 2 3-wheeler air-cooled motor. And our prototypes, there are several of them running on different test benches, have got measured performance of about 17 kilowatts and 41 newton meters from a very small, lightweight, 9 kilogram, less than 3-liter motor, which is quite amazing. How amazing? Let's look at what's happening in the market. These are high-end leading motors from a variety of different well-known manufacturers, and they're all clustered together in this lower left-hand side of the graph, showing the power density, how many kilowatts we can get out of every kilogram, how many newton meters we can get out of every liter. And we are actually way up here, twice as powerful, twice as much torque. In fact, we're getting performance that's better than axial flux motors from an improved radial flux motor. And if you recall when I talked before about ferrite motors, here's our ferrite motor, right up there with the very best of the existing neodymium motors. Quite amazing. So we finished development and testing of our prototypes. We're now building a pre-production series of tens of motors that are already going out to demos for some of our esteemed customers. We're developing additional motors, smaller, larger, water-cooled, air-cooled passenger cars, BSGs, etc. And we're setting up initial production capabilities where we expect to be able to deliver motors towards the end of next year. We've got a very active pipeline with discussions ongoing with multiple OEMs and tier ones because they're our main business model, to work with these motor manufacturers who will manufacture their motors for their own use under our design. So we'll do the design for them and then they will do licensed manufacturing for their customers. In some cases, smaller customers who don't want to build motors, just want to buy them, will be manufacturing them in-house and with partners. We're targeting initially the 2- and 3-wheeler market, but growing very quickly towards passenger cars, light commercial vehicles, both fully electric and hybrid. In our long-term vision, we see ourselves becoming the gold standard for electric motors for all EVs, and possibly even beyond that, to trains, to aircraft, to industrial motors, power tools, etc. And we're looking at setting up JVs and manufacturing partnerships in a variety of different countries and scaling up our Israeli manufacturing operation. So we've got a breakthrough architecture that lets us make smaller, lighter, very powerful motors with lower manufacturing costs. This is done by our very strong team and backed by our strong investors. We've got a robust IP portfolio with several patents granted and many more pending. And in this market that's growing so rapidly, we are the right technology at the right time for the right market. So we are looking for partners, both those who want to manufacture motors and those who want small, powerful motors for their vehicles, as well as investors as we're embarking on our round A in these days. So come and join us on our journey to reimagine electric motors. Thank you so much for joining us today.
My name is Remy, and I'm the CEO at FTEX. FTEX is a Montreal-based company that specializes in the design and development of the world's most efficient motor drives for electric vehicles. Between 2030 and 2035, nearly all developed countries will have legislation enforcing that the sale of new vehicles be electric. In anticipation of this, billions of dollars have been invested in battery and electric motor development. However, motor drives, potentially the single most important component in an electric vehicle powertrain, have largely been ignored. While it's largely accepted that electric vehicles are going to be the new standard, there continues to be barriers to adoption. The main barrier is range anxiety, which is the fear of running out of battery charge. Now, range can be extended by adding more batteries, but batteries can already represent well over a third of the cost of an electric vehicle. And larger batteries are already making EVs too expensive for most people. At FTEX, we're tipping the balance in favor of electric vehicles. We solve the problem of range and cost of electric vehicles with our advanced dynamic motor drive. Our dynamic drives can extend the range and power of electric vehicles by as much as 30%, eliminating range anxiety. More efficient vehicles don't need batteries that are as large and costly. And for urban vehicles, FTEX can reduce the cost of batteries, making them more affordable for more people. We help manufacturers compete more aggressively against internal combustion engines and better meet the demands of their users. The dynamic drive uses AI algorithms to re-optimize an electric vehicle's powertrain in real time, offering better low-end power and significant improvements in efficiency at higher speeds. The FTEX dynamic drive implements an ultra-high efficiency gallium nitride-based DC-DC converter to provide a variable DC bus. With the flexibility to alter DC bus and the inverter duty cycle, our AI algorithm can select the right settings in any situation to provide more power or efficiency, just like a transmission would. Without our technology, the different components of an electric vehicle are all forced to operate at the same voltage, forcing powertrain designers to make compromises at every step between power, range, and cost. And it's like driving your car in third gear all the time. Once our dynamic drive is introduced to a powertrain, designers have the flexibility to choose the best battery and motor without compromise. Our powertrains can reduce voltage for more power and efficiency at low speeds for city driving. On the other hand, electric vehicle range drops off significantly at higher speeds because of field weakening techniques, which provides high speeds at the cost of lower efficiency and torque. Our dynamic drive maintains power efficiency and torque even at highway speeds. Their disruptive motor drive technology is the equivalent of adding a solid-state transmission to an electric vehicle, allowing us to dynamically change power and efficiency curves to keep vehicles running in their optimal operating range almost all the time. This January, FTEX will begin shipping the world's first commercial gallium nitride motor drives for vehicles under 100 volts and 3 kilowatts. In 2023, FTEX will scale up our technology for 200 volt powertrains and up to 20 kilowatts of total continuous power output. We will also release a second generation topology and AI to further increase vehicle range. For 2024, we plan on releasing a high voltage and power system for automotive powertrains. FTEX solutions are the fastest and most cost-efficient way to increase your vehicle's range and efficiency. Contact us to find out more.
My name is Dennis Lavallée. I'm the CEO of Mirametrix. Thank you very much for your interest. A quick overview of the company. We are a software company. Our core expertise is AI computer vision. Our core technology is what we call attention sensing. It's face, eye, and gaze tracking. It also includes object tracking. We operate in two markets, consumer electronics and automotive. You're looking at a proven market technology. The technology is in use in 176 countries and 29 languages. And we have a very rare mix of talent. We have this core group of AI experts who can tackle the most complex AI problems. But we also bridge to a software engineering team for the packaging of commercial grade products. We are experiencing growth momentum. We double year over year. We are profitable and we are self-financed and we are headquartered in Montreal, Canada. At a high level, global technology leaders partner with us to fast-track AI programs to bring to market the concept of smarter devices and smarter vehicle using the most advanced innovation in AI and machine learning. A few references: Lenovo, the #1 PC maker in the world. Lenovo today is using our technology on 80+ personal computing devices. Use cases include security and privacy, productivity, collaboration, digital well-being. An example, you work on a laptop in a coffee shop, someone is trying to look over your shoulder, we can detect that, we can alert you. We call that shoulder surfing. We are also the vision component of Project Athena at Intel for the next generation of smart PCs. And LG is using our technology both in the PC group and in the automotive group for driver status monitoring solution. So in automotive, the #1 cause of accidents is distraction driving. What we propose to tier 1s and OEMs is the licensing of our core technology for the development of driver monitoring system and in-cabin monitoring system.
30 seconds left.
So you're looking at presence detection, depth sensing, face detection, 3D head pose, eye tracking, gaze tracking, fatigue detection, face ID, distraction detection, and drowsiness detection. I will be very happy to answer any of your questions.
Hello, my name is Jay Gilad. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Red Leader Technologies. Red Leader develops ultra-high resolution LiDAR systems, and our core thesis is making these systems software-defined. So over the past few years, we've built out a tremendous team from the head scientists at Waymo, who built all of their LiDAR systems, to many Stanford researchers such as myself and Rebecca Huang, my co-founder. And I want to talk to you today about the range crisis, which is to say that long-range systems today are not useful range. They don't have enough points per second. Resolution is low enough that you start to have very large gaps in the point clouds. And so while there's been this long focus on resolution and on range, in fact, to increase the effective range of these devices, we have to first solve the resolution problem. And this is what Red Leader does by building highly parallel LiDAR systems. So we're able to increase the points per second of these devices tremendously. That means a dramatic increase in resolution. And I actually have something, we were able to do this based off of our advanced signal processing techniques. And I have something kind of special for you here today. We prepared a real data sample so you can really visually see how big of a deal this is. So this is a standard 16-channel device. As you can see, once you get around, this is about 40 meters out. It's quite challenging to make out exactly what's going on in this scene. But when you augment it with our signal processing techniques, this is the image that you're able to produce, which is a almost 100x improvement. It's really quite stark. And to put these side by side so you can see, this really is as big of a deal as it looks like it is. This means that you can detect people more accurately, you can detect smaller objects, and you're able to do this all by just changing these sort of software controlled knobs. What's really exciting to us at Red Leader is we see the opportunity to be a technology provider in the LiDAR space. So rather than manufacturing all of the hardware systems, we really focus on the sort of core IP of the signal processing, similar to Qualcomm's model of success, and then help develop custom and semi-custom LiDAR solutions for a host of different industries. What's exciting about that is it keeps us fairly capital light and allows us to be cash positive after only a few thousand of these LiDAR units made. And while we're here in Taiwan, we're really looking for two different things. We're looking for commercial and research partnerships to bring this new technology out. And we're also looking for investment opportunities. We'll be raising our Series A soon and already have a lot of interest. So I would love to meet with you. And yes, thank you so much for taking the time today. And I hope to talk to you all soon.